what you need. I got it now.
Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I will be telling you my favorite school subjects. So, in middle school, I was really good at German, and we had a great teacher, so German was one of my favorite subjects in school, in middle school, just because, I knew words and I had like a perfect grade almost every year. I had like all the points on test. I was pretty cool because I had like all the points on the test. English though was another story. Uh, English was one of my least favorites, which I'll make in another video. I'll tell you the reason why. The reason why English in middle school was my least favorite is because I usually had no clue, didn't understand, and I just like mixed German and English. So my test was usually some English words and a lot of German words. So yeah. Anyway, so German was one of my favorite middle school subjects. So was history. I was really intrigued in like history and what happened back then and how it happened and why it happened. So I really enjoyed listening to a lot of things. So yeah, those are my middle school favorites. So basically history and German. So in secondary school, my subjects were a few. I enjoyed history again because we had like this great teacher who explained things in a funny way so you could like easily remember things and dates and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. We also went to Poland to see Auschwitz, which we also I think we had talked about war and stuff um, in her classes. So we went. She's like, "Do you guys want to go see, Auschwitz one year of out of 3 years that you have secondary? Do you want to go see it?" And everyone's like, "Yes, we want to see Auschwitz and like salt mine and a few other historic things in Poland." So we were like, yeah, let's just go. So we went, we saw Auschwitz. It was a super terrible thing, but so cool to see in a way because, just hear about how bad people had it and you can't imagine how bad it was. After you see it, you know how bad it was. So that was pretty cool. Um, I also really loved geography. Did I say that right? Not sure. Because I had the same teacher as I had for history in secondary. She was pretty cool. And there's a plane, which is great. But yeah, she was like really cool and just told us things in funny ways, and we talked about all of non-related things, and she was pretty cool. And you still see that she like cared about us, and it was pretty fun to work with her on things. So the next favorite sport, what favorite subjects in school is sport. That is only in secondary. In middle school, I didn't enjoy it that much just because the teachers kind of pushed us to do weird, dumb things, and I didn't enjoy it. In secondary, we had this teacher who basically didn't really care about it, like what we did. She's like, "Do you guys want to play table tennis, or do you guys want to go jump in the foam foam thing, foam pool thing? Do you wanna, watch a movie? Do you guys wanna like play, like dance, whatever?" And she was like, she didn't care. Well, she cared only when we had to do like for grades, like things. I think we did like a handstand or something, and like basic sport things, and I usually had a good grade. So in middle school I didn't, but that's another story. And one of my other favorite classes in school was Slovene in secondary because my teacher, she was really cool, really funny. She really cared about us, which is really good. And she, you know, always helped us out. And I remember because I went to a 3 year old 3 years in school for secondary. I went because I had to do 3 years to become a cook. So I went, and at the end of the 3 years, we had this final project. Basically, one was making food for um, our like mentors and stuff. Um, and one was Slovene, which is my language, right? So I remember having that last like project thing in Slovene, and I went in there and I just pulled up a paper, and we were supposed to read like 4 or 5 books that year, and I read zero. So I got one like, what was it? I think I got like a poem by a very popular Slovene uh, person, right? And I just, my brain was like, yeah, this is it, this is that, blah blah blah. I cried. I cried at both exams. I was just so nervous. But I passed both. I got a good grade, like a full 5 out of 5, um, on my Slovene test, and I got 3 out of 5 out of, my cooking abilities, I guess, which is good. So yeah, Slovene was one of my favorites because she was super nice, super caring, basically. And the last class that I really enjoyed was our like cooking. I've had like a few cooking classes, different teachers, but one of my favorites was when we had this teacher who just, you know, listened to us and, told us that everything's okay. And if we want to go an hour early from school, because sometimes we had her like last 2 hours and we'll be at school till like 3 p.m., she's like, do you guys wanna just write this thing down and go home an hour early? So we sometimes went home an hour early, which was pretty cool. She was actually really cool. She let us listen to music and talk, and she just didn't care. So it was really cool to have a teacher like that and go home from school an hour early. So yeah, those are my favorite school subjects.